Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, it's Phil from Wal-Mart Right Lane Truckin coming at you tonight. And it is tonight. And it's still considered Thursday. Yes, I'm not losing track of days yet. So it's still considered Thursday, which would be my Tuesday for this 5-day work week or 5-day period. I'll work Wednesday through Sunday of this week, like I did last week. But this week, instead of having 2 days off, which were Monday and Tuesday, I'll have off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Still debating. I still got to check and see if I'll have the hours, but still debating if I'm going to extend over on Monday. I got to see if I've got anything going on Monday. But that would be able to, I'd be able to extend over for Monday. And whether they need me for Monday, I don't know yet. So I've got to look at the hours. These last 2 days, I've been pushing. Like I said last night, I showed you, I pushed it to only 6 seconds left on my 14-hour clock. So I don't know if I'll have hours at the end of the week. Tonight or today, I worked 13 hours and 25 minutes and almost 30 seconds. So almost 14 hours. So just shy of 14 hours by 34 minutes and some change. So what did I do today? I started in McCarran and I drove from McCarran to Stockton. From Stockton, I've been to that store before, so that one was pretty easy. I knew it. I've been there, in and out of there before, one other time. And then from there was to go to Tracy, California, drop off 12 pallets at Tracy. And the receiver says, "Oh, you got grocery mix." I've already got a grocery mix today. Sorry, you get another one. Maybe you didn't get them all on the first one. I don't know. She goes, "What does it do?" I go, "Today, I guess, because I got another store right behind this one." And so the Tracy one is real close to where I live, and I'm familiar where the store is located. I'm really familiar with that area because that's where I live. I live in that area, Stockton, Tracy, Central Valley area. So in a little town called Lathrop, California. So I'm familiar with that area. And then that's also where I used to work too, was in that area. So I lived there and worked there. So it made it very easy. So this store was pretty easy. It's between Costco and Walmart is the entrance. And it's a pretty straightforward in, straightforward out. Now, if I was bringing GM, that would have been a different story. Not to say it would have been super hard, but the dock on that side of the building seemed tighter than the dock space for the grocery side. Don't know why. It's a pretty new building, so I don't know why they didn't make the dock bigger on the other side. But it is what it is, right? So, and then from there, I went out to Patterson, California. Now, Patterson I hadn't been to before either, but I looked it up, and easy peasy, in, out, done. And then from there, the dispatch had me coming, instead of going to McCarran, I went to Red Bluff. I had an empty dry van, so I'm guessing that they have a load, they wanted the trailer here for whatever reason, or they had a load that they needed me to pick up here, or they needed some help up here, versus going to McCarran, which is what I normally do 4 days out of the week. And I normally don't get up to Red Bluff till my go home day, which is my Friday or whatever day that is of the week. But hey, I made it all the way here. So I started my day at 8:50 and I ended my day at 22:15, and I drove a total of 488 miles, and I delivered to 3 stores. So I got the hook in McCarran, arrive at the first store, live unload at the first store, stop at the second store, is the same thing as arrive, stop at the second store, live unload at the second store, stop at the third store, live unload at the third store, and then when I got to Red Bluff is the drop, the arrival drop here. So with the mileage, the 488 and the stores, I made, and then the layover pay, I made $412 today, bringing my total for the week, and I'm counting Saturday, Sunday as part of this week because it goes on this payroll. So kind of give you a running total of my week. So Saturday, Sunday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, tomorrow will be end of my payroll week. Now it rolls over into the next week because we get paid bi-monthly, but I just want to give you an idea of what I have the potential of getting each week if I continue this pattern of work. So my grand total for 4 days worth of work is $1,631, and I still have one more day. So easily that could push it over the $2,000 for the week. Now you do the math, and I'm a math kind of guy. I like math. I like numbers. I'm not perfect. I'm not awesome at it. I got to calculus, I think, in high school. So, but that was a long time ago. So, but $2,000 a week for 52 weeks, that's $104,000. $104,000 to drive a truck. I love it. I love it. Did I go to college? Yes. Am I educated? Yes. Was I in management before? Yes. Was I making more than this that I'm making now? Yes. But I had such headaches. I was on call all the time. Lot of putting out fires, and it just wasn't worth it. This $104,000 potentially is huge, and that's not even accounting any bonuses for safety that I would get as well, and the days off to go with those, the extra monies for that. So can somebody at Walmart make 6 figures? Most definitely. Most definitely. It's very possible to do that. So it's just a matter of, I'm still rookie here. Imagine if they put me on a regular schedule that is gonna pump up my ADP every day that I'm out here. It could be more. So there's other folks in the system that are making more than that. I get it. They've been in the system a little longer. They've gotten raises on their cents per mile at the starting wage, so it's not too bad. One of the things I want to talk about today, safety tip wise, or topic for tonight. Well, there's several that I thought about on the way here tonight, but one in particular that I see a lot of drivers doing the wrong thing. And is it laziness? Is it they weren't educated? Is it I don't want to walk that far? And what I'm going to get to is when you have to, we're all going to be in that situation one time or another where we're got a flat tire, or the engine overheated, or it blew a line, and you're dumping oil, or you're dumping fluid, and you're on the side of the road. And part of your pre-trip should be fire extinguisher, that's one. Full walk around of the tractor, and then during that you're also looking for three things, or it's one item but three things. Your 3 reflective triangles. Now if you have more than that, that's great. But you're looking for your warning devices, right? That's mandated by the DOT and by the states to make sure that you have your emergency equipment, so that if you are broken down on the side of the road, that you have it available to place out and warn other drivers that you're broke down. So where am I going with this? I'm seeing a lot of drivers that are off to the side, stopped, obviously broken down because they placed out their early warning devices, but they've extended them as far as probably 30 feet from the back of their trailer. 30 feet. And they'll put the first one like maybe 10 feet, then the next one at 20 feet, and the next one at 30. So they're 10 feet apart. Anybody see a problem with that? 30 feet is not very far for somebody like us to go, oh, is there a truck there? I better get over. Doesn't give us much room at all, does it? So I happen to have with me a California Commercial Driver's Manual. I happen to have it in the truck. Why? Because I've got to get my hazmat endorsement. And I have to study the hazmat part, but I've been handling hazmat for a long time. But I still got to study it, and I got to study the rest of it, because usually when you go get one endorsement added, they might say, we want you to take a general knowledge all over again, or we want you to take the air brakes all over again, or we might have you do all of them all over again, because it's been a couple years or almost 3 years since you've had your license, so therefore, or renewal, so take them all. I'm ready. All right, so in here is communicating your presence. There's section 2.5.2. Now, if you're in California, that would be in this book, and page 215, 214. But 2.5.2, communicating your presence. And I'm going to get out my glasses for this because it is black and white, and it's a little harder to read. And I'm just going to read it from the book. It says, if you must stop on or by one way or divided highway, place warning devices 10 feet, 100 feet, and 200 feet toward the opposite or toward the approaching traffic. Towards the approaching traffic. And I'll turn this around so you can see the diagrams. If you are stopped on a 2-lane road carrying traffic in both directions, so you're 1 lane your direction, 1 lane the opposite direction, 2-lane road opposite directions, such as a rural road or something like that, in both directions, or an undivided highway, place warning devices within 10 feet of the front or rear corners to mark the location of the vehicle, and then 100 feet behind and ahead of the vehicle on the shoulder or in the lane that you are stopped in. And then it gets into curves and hills. So back beyond any hill, curve, or any obstruction that prevents other drivers from seeing the vehicle within 500 feet. If line of sight view is not obstructed or is obstructed due to a hill or curve, move the rearmost triangle to the point back down the road, warning given as much as possible. And again, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around so I can really get a good view on it. So hold on one second. So this is the first one. So you can see they have to be spread apart. And 200 feet is, I know it's a long way, but you got to give us a chance to see you. And then here's the one on the divided highway, or the rule, the two-way direction. So you're the vehicle one way and vehicle coming in the opposite direction, giving notice to the vehicles 100 feet in advance on both directions, and then 10 feet from one corner or the other. Again, if you have more triangles, you could put out more. And then here on a hill, for example, here he's going over the hill, he's putting, I always told my students that if you can, don't ever stop like that trailer is stopped on the down crest of the hill. Always try to stop on the up crest. If you're gonna have to stop on a hill, stop on the up crest, because vehicles coming over the crest will be very hard to see you. And so that's why they're saying 10 feet, 100 feet to 500 feet over the crest. And then you've got the curves as well. So why did I bring this up? Because I see drivers, again, they put out 3 of them. That's fine, you got all 3, I get it. You pulled them all out. But you put them 10 feet apart from each other. Total distance maybe 30 feet from the back of your trailer. It's not gonna help us. You gotta give the other drivers warning. I hate to think what can happen if somebody's not paying attention and your warning devices weren't out far enough. Where were you? Were you out there changing a tire? Were you out there walking along the side of it? Were you not paying attention and they didn't see you, and then they hit you because the warning devices weren't far enough away from you to give them early enough warning? So you really need to put those devices out early, those bi-directional reflective triangles, as we called them. Bi-directional reflective triangles. You got to make sure you can put them out and make sure that they're out there so everybody can get there. So I hope that helps somebody. I hope you go back and share this one with people that are in the industry that maybe they need a reminder that it's for their safety that they're putting them out there. It's really for their safety. It's to alert other drivers. But if the driver isn't alert and doesn't have those triangles out in the right place, it's your safety that they might jeopardize, right? So be safe. Put them out far enough away so that people can see you. That's what I got for tonight, guys. So I see some videos are getting more views than others. Tell me what you like in the comments. I'll give you different content. But go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, share, do that whole thing with everybody. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow and let you know whether I broke the $2,000 mark for a week. I'm hoping to. I definitely have over, oh, I didn't even cover that. I already have over 2,000 miles for the week. So hopefully I could break 2,500, because I'm at a little over 2,000 miles right now. I'm at 2,074, so almost 2,100 miles. So depending on where they send me tomorrow, I'll probably break the 2,500 as far as mileage goes, which I'm good with that. I like to drive. So this is Phil from Wal-Mart Right Lane Trucking. Please stay safe, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Good night.